So I am playing the Viscera Cleanup Detail core sample level, and I just discovered a thing that I think is pretty neat, and I wanted to make a video to show for other people. So one of the things that are on this level that I haven't noticed on others are these little quantum movers. I don't know what they're actually called, but there are two sets of these pads, one that has orange in the circle and one that has greenish in the circle. And you put something on one, it teleports it to the other. It occasionally glitches and gives you double the item, but that's not really that big a deal. So what I think is neat is this. So this is the lift that I found up there in that corner. This is one of the green quantum teleporters. And I put this one close, its pair close, just so that we could see everything happening all at once. So I have my little canister. I can't remember if the canisters are red crates or not, so I'm just burning them all because better safe than sorry. So I have my lift, I have my quantum pad, my blue quantum pad number 1 set up facing into the fire. Blue quantum pad number 2 right here with something on it. Go ahead and press, and you can see the bubble forming in the fire. And then when you come over and knock off your pad, which normally you wouldn't do, you can see the item teleported directly into the fire. So yeah, I will be taking blue quantum pad number 2 with me to finish the rest of this level, because I will be able to use it to just teleport everything directly into the incinerator and not have to worry about coming back anymore. I did try it and put like I think 3 or 4 of those crates in all at once, because you know there is usually a limit as to how much stuff you can put in your incinerator all at once, and I was not able to overload the incinerator because I thought maybe once I overloaded it, it might knock that pad backwards, and then I would just be having a fountain of stuff appearing here. But from what I can tell, it doesn't seem to overload, and it's early, so maybe I just haven't discovered that yet. Now, the other thing that I used it for, I've got all this nice neat piled stuff over here, and then you see I've got a little bit of, it's even still moving a little bit. So the other thing that I did was I had my blue set, which I'll just use the blue one since it's already over here. I took one blue one, and at the time I didn't have all this stuff here, and I set this right here, and then, oh, I should have used a red one because I'd be able to, oh well, doesn't matter. So I'll bring this one over so that you can see again as we push the magic button, whichever side the magic button is on. There we go. So as I was going throughout the level, I had that one sitting up there, I had this one with me, and I would take my red boxes, because I knew they all had to come back here either to be incinerated or stacked, and I would try very hard to push the button and often grab the item instead. And that is why all of these are in a jumbled heap, which isn't a big deal. They're all here. It'll take me a minute to sort them all and set them all upright, but that's considerably less time than it would take for me to manually pick up and transport back each one of the items. Now I did notice that in the vending machine there is, oh, I guess they can catch on fire. I did notice in the vending machine there is something called a quantum bin, and the quantum bin is smaller than the normal disposal bin, but it can be moved on these pads. Now I haven't tried my idea yet of just yeeting bodies through the portal. I don't have very many bodies left because I tend to clean as I go. But I know that I do have one body over here, so this guy got chucked down from above, leaving a little bit of a mess, which is fine. So I'm going to put this guy's head on my little quantum teleporter. I struggle trying to push the button, as you can see. There we go. And then dash back and make sure that his head actually gets yeeted into the fire. I probably should have brought the head back to test it, but it does look... I do not see... I see crystals in there. I don't see his head right off, but I also don't see his head on the floor, leaving a pile of blood that I have to clean up. So I'm going to count that as a win, and I am going to use this to clean up the rest of the level much quicker. Not that I have a lot left. Like, I have stuff like this, because unfortunately I did not have this brainstorm until I was almost finished. I just have like this room and then a few little odds and ends here and there to tidy up. But yeah, so I hope this helps you out. If you hadn't already thought of it, this is a neat way to use your quantum teleporter pads to save yourself a little bit of legwork. Happy gaming.